Well, folks, I do realize that the election results have a whole lot of people reeling today. There's a whole lot of heartbreak out there, there's a whole lot of uncertainty, and there's a whole lot of fear. And I just want to say that you are absolutely justified in however it is that you're feeling. It's okay to feel the way that you feel. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be heartbroken. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be scared. And it's also okay to lay your phone down and get away from the politics. It's okay to take a break from some of your favorite content creators and step away for a minute and clear your head. It's okay to do other things to take your mind off of what has happened. Do whatever you have to do to protect and save your own mental health, because I care about each and every one of you, and I want to see you prosper, and I want to see you be okay. So it's not about you sitting here watching me rant in my chair. It's about you taking care of yourself, getting better, and getting through this. And for those that needs to stick around and hear this kind of content and us talk each other through it as we go forward, then there's just a couple of thoughts and a couple of points that I want to bring up. First of all, this morning when I woke up, I was still kind of in disbelief, and I began going to see what liberals were saying about it. I wanted to see the liberal reaction to Trump being reelected, and I wanted to see what a lot of my favorite content creators were saying. And I sat back and I watched their takes on things, and a lot of them had some really good points that they made. But I didn't hear not one of them cry that it was rigged. I didn't hear one of them cry it was stolen. I didn't hear one of them trying to orchestrate some sort of event where we would all go protest and try to stop a steal. I didn't see any of that. What I saw was reasonable people accepting the election results and looking around and reflecting on what we can do as we move forward to do better and to fight harder. So we're not like them, and we never were. Because on election day of 2020, they couldn't accept the results. And for the last 4 years, they've never been able to accept the results. And they have kicked and whined and screamed and ran this country in the dirt every step of the way. They have called this country a garbage can. They've called people like me and you the enemy from within. They said that people coming here to find a better way was poisoning the blood. They have demonized groups that they hate. They have sat and listened to their pastor cherry-pick verses to beat people over the head with. That's what they've been doing for the last 4 years. And while they were doing that, whether they realized it or not, they still had a president in Joe Biden who was rolling up his sleeves and going to work for them. He wasn't calling them the enemy of the people. He wasn't saying he would turn the American military on them. He was building this country back. He was getting things done. And they kicked and screamed every step of the way and would never accept it. And while he was in office, the country was a garbage can. The country was a third world country. It was a nation in decline. They sat back and they cheered while Donald Trump said those kind of things. Well, I want you to know this. Yes, I'm disappointed in the results of the election. I'm even more so disappointed that there's so much hate and cruelty in this country, and it feels like that hate and cruelty won. I'm disappointed that people couldn't see the bigger picture. I'm disappointed that people who weren't tuned into politics are the ones who were the most inspired to vote, and the people who did understand how the system worked were more doubtful and probably ended up staying home. But I do not think, regardless of what happens next, and I'm not naive in thinking that it's all going to be sunshine and rainbows, folks. We don't know what's coming. It's very uncertain. It's dark and scary times. But I can tell you this much. This country is not a garbage can. We are not the enemy from within, and people coming to this country are not poisoning the blood. We have never said to make it great again. We've never adopted catchphrases like that because that's not who we are. We believe in improving on what we've got, and we believe in progressing on what we have. Those are the things that we stand for, and those are the things that we have always stood for, and we will continue to do so. So, yeah, I have no idea what the future holds. I have no idea just how dark it may become, and I can't tell you that, yeah, it's just going to be, I can't tell you that everything is going to be great because I don't feel that it is. But what I can tell you is that we can be there for the ones that we love. We can be there to lift people up. We can be there to help each other get through it. And we can set an example for our children that this is how you act when you lose an election. This is how you act when things don't go your way. You don't kick, you don't scream, you don't whine, you don't complain, you don't cry that it was rigged. You put on your big boy pants and you go to work and you do better and you work to be better. And you go back to the drawing board and you learn from your mistakes. You question things, and there's nothing wrong with that. You see, in their world, in MAGA's world, to admit a mistake is Trump's never done it. They've never done it. They've never considered that maybe their ideas didn't work. But we do consider that, and we do look at that, and we look in the mirror, and we reflect, and we move forward. So, did I always get it right here on the channel? No. I'll be the first to say that I didn't. I didn't always get it right. Does anyone always get it right? No. And anyone that thinks they're always getting it right is delusional. They are. But what we can do is we can look back on what has happened. We can stop and reflect, and we can help those in need. There's going to be a lot of people right now that are going to be depending on you one way or the other. Some people may be depending on you that you don't even realize. So just be there for them. Help them, talk to them. And if you're someone out there who's struggling, if you're someone out there who needs to talk to someone, be sure to reach out and talk to someone. Be sure to talk through it and realize that there's no reason that anyone should leave this earth at their own hands. I've been there myself, and there was a time that I thought I didn't want to be here anymore. And that was long before any of you all ever saw my face. But I'm here now, and I intend to stick around. And I'm gonna I always tell people, I'm gonna stick around to see how the movie ends. And we may be in a horror movie at the moment. It may be dark, but I'm still gonna stick around to see how that movie ends. And we're still gonna fight the good fight. Now's not the time to be infighting. Now's not the time to be casting stones at one another. Because while MAGA was kicking and screaming every step of the way, they had a leader in Joe Biden that was still rolling up his sleeves and going to work for him. And when Donald Trump takes the oath again, which I don't know why he would, because he doesn't believe in the Bible and the Supreme Court's in his pocket, so I don't even know why they even have that. But when Trump is back in, we won't have someone speaking for us. So we have to speak for each other, and we have to stand up for each other, and we have to be there for each other, and we have to figure out ways in which we go about making this better and working our way through it. So I've been talking to my good friends about ways that we can improve and on ways that we can go about reaching out to people and helping people and moving forward. And that's where our focus is going to be. And if anyone has any suggestions, I'm open to hear them. I have had some people that have unsubscribed to the channel. Then I had some people coming back. And I want you to understand one thing. There's no hard feelings there. None at all. I know how I felt last night. And had I been on the other side of the coin, just sitting back watching someone talk about something, I may very well have said, you know what, I'm done. And I may have checked out. That's okay. To everyone that says I just do this for clicks, no, I do it because I believe in what we're standing for. I believe in what this country truly means. And I understand that if people, wants to come along for the ride, I appreciate it. And if at any point it gets too heavy and they need to step off or look away or take time to take care of themselves, I'm all for that too. So we will continue to fight, and we will continue to push forward. I'm not going to tell you that it's all going to be sunshine and rainbows. It may get pretty dark, but as long as we have a platform and as long as there's breath in our lungs, we'll be fighting for each other. That I can promise you.